Hey everybody, and welcome back to We the Revolution. This is Act 2, Day 11, where we have the full support of the revolutionaries, and we are even money with the common folk and the aristocrats, and we have a pretty good reputation as well. A nearly perfect reputation. Alright, here we are with whoever this gentleman is, and everyone wants him dead. So what's the news? The fencing school. Oh yes, that we invested in the fencing school, or at least we told people to stop requiring such a high bribe. You took a moment to write a letter about bribery, the needs of Paris and its citizens, the dangers of an imminent war, and the absolutely monstrous corruption of officials. You promised to go after criminals who preclude people like Horace Laval from working for the glory of the Republic. Your efforts must have been clear enough, as the officials did not even ask for payment for their quote-unquote efforts. Common folks went up 6, aristocrats down 6, revolutionaries down 5, reputation plus 3. So where does that leave me? 6, 15, and -6. So again, the aristocrats not liking us so much right now. Who is this fellow? What's your name, sir? I am Denis Decogne, editor-in-chief of the Liberté Journal and a loyal citizen of Paris. Citizen Decogne, you are accused of spreading counter-revolutionary propaganda for your own financial benefit. Those accusations stem from a plot conjured up against me because I have revealed the wrongs within the Committee of Public Salvation. The architect of this attack against independent journalism is none other than Jean-Pierre André Omar, the representative of the committee. Okay, so you are who? You are Denis Decogne. You're not in the hierarchy, right? No. You're just a low level nobody. So everyone wants you dead. So if I give you the death penalty, that happens. If I acquit you, it's not so bad. I mean, it doesn't change the opinion of the aristocrats at all. So let's read the case. So he's a 41-year-old writer and journalist from the impoverished aristocracy, and is currently working as the editor-in-chief of the Liberté Journal. At first, the paper was hugely popular among Parisians and radicals for pointing out the needs for radical political and social changes. However, it recently underwent a reorientation, and the paper has started publishing articles that criticize the revolutionary authorities. After Decogne published a piece about the Committee of Public Salvation, and one of its representatives, this Jean-Pierre André Omar, accused him of having illegal sources of revenue and being engaged in hostile propaganda. Decogne was allegedly writing articles that discredited the authorities of the Revolutionary Commission by aristocrats who have left the country. Excuse me, let's reread that. Decogne was allegedly writing articles that discredited the authorities of the revolution commissioned by aristocrats who have left the country. So aristocrats who left the country paid him money to write articles discrediting the revolution. Okay. Allegedly. The accused received this money through Madame Jean Costa, who sells expensive dresses. Madame Costa testified to this during her own trial in front of Judge Amar, where she was accused of espionage. Witnesses also admitted that the journalist frequently visited Costa under the pretext of buying something for his wife, and that they always met at the back of the store. I mean, was there some hanky-panky going on, or was there real counter-revolutionary actions? The investigators who searched his house found a box hidden under the living room floor. Inside were 7,000 francs, corroborating Madame Costa's statement. And then there's a second item. Article published in Liberté. Scandal in the Committee of Public Salvation. Is its president, Mr. Omar, taking bribes for issuing certificates of civism? So you're accusing the guy of taking bribes. Yeah. And receipt. May, 2 dresses, 180 francs cash, placed in Madame Costa's cash box. Okay, who's this R.M. Moulin? And why do you What's this receipt all about? Let's unlock the questions. Ooh, we can only make one mistake. We have 7 questions to reveal and a trap. We have evidence, method, and counter-revolution. Evidence, receipt from the store. I don't know if that's evidence. Article in Liberté. Cash in a hidden box. That's probably evidence, right? Article is the method of which your counter-revolutionary happened. That did not. Article is counter-revolutionary. Whatever. Reorientation of Liberté is maybe, I don't know, the back of the store. Method. Jean Costa. Method or evidence? Method, maybe? Nope. Okay, I'll use my influence. Jean Costa's evidence, then. Well, we failed completely, then. I'm sorry, sir. I guess we're letting you go. What is the source of the money found in your house? It is my share of the inheritance from my late uncle. The evidence indicates that the accused received it from the counter-revolutionaries as payment for his articles criticizing the current authorities. I inherited it. I'm an independent journalist, and I do not write at anyone's request, and especially not at the request of counter-revolutionaries. Joan Costa does not agree. Joan Costa was probably trying to save her own bacon. She probably reported me to distract you from her own misdeeds. Then why did you hide that money under the floor instead of depositing it in a bank, as any sane person would? Maybe because he doesn't trust banks? I do not trust banks, there he says. And I hid the money to protect it from thieves. Well, I mean, we could just end your life right now. Why were you meeting with Joan Costa? We were working out details regarding my wife's new dresses. Citizen Costa testified it was then that she handed you money to write libelous articles. Jean-Pierre Andre Amar, the judge who led her trial, forced her to testify this. Alright, so that's an interesting statement. The accuser also may be trying to create evidence. Our judicial system does not resort to forceful methods of investigation. I will still take them into account, so you are not pleading guilty of taking money from Mrs. Costa? Of course not. It was I who was paying her. You must admit that a man discussing the details of his wife's dresses instead of her doing so personally is most unusual. I was paying for them. Maybe he wears them himself. I'm sorry, sir, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to release you. Who hired you to attack the representation of the representative of the Committee of Public Salvation? There was no commission. I found out that Amar had demanded a bribe for issuing him a certificate of civism, even though Roel fully deserved it for being an active supporter of the revolution. And how did you learn this information? From Roel. Can Citizen Roel confirm your account? No. He refused to pay the bribe, so Amar did not issue his certification. This led to Roel's arrest and execution. So an enemy of the state who was facing trial came to you and asked you to smear a public official. That's not how I see it. Well, it's your interpretation then. An honest, innocent man was desperately seeking help in his fight with a corrupt bureaucrat. Well, I'm afraid to say that I've made a huge mistake, sir, and I cannot save your bacon without going against the jury. And if I go against the jury, I'm gonna have a big problem. So, I hate to say it, but I am going to find you guilty. I'm sorry to say it. There's nothing I can do about it. He had recently bought many dresses. Where did he get the money? He was saving. He bought them in credit. He exchanged the dresses for newspaper advertisements. Yeah, we'll say it. I don't know the answer. What happened to Citizen de Roel? He was executed. How did the accused explain the possession of such a large sum of cash? He inherited it. Well, I'm sorry to say, you're getting beheaded, sir. Because I just can't afford a riot on my hands. And that's what your life is worth. Not having a riot. I didn't sway the jury. I'm sorry, sir. The jury's verdict stands. I sentence Denis Decoin to be guillotined. Lead the condemned out. One less pest. What if he was right? I will teach them not to mess with people's heads. Well, we did not know this answer, but that's fine. And I'm definitely not giving a speech. The jury's support. The jury noticed you making the right choices and upholding justice. They speak well of you. Reputation, influence. I mean, that wasn't so bad, but I think the opposite, where you don't do what the jury says, is a much bigger hit than you get by the boon you get from actually doing what they say. I don't know if that made any sense, but it made sense to me. I'm not doing a speech. I'm sorry. I'm skipping the speech. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I guess we're doing the speech. Well, I'm just making all kinds of mistakes in this episode. Crime, defendant, revolution. So they're withdrawn. If they're withdrawn, I need to be aggressive to bring them out of their withdrawn state. If they have no opinion, I'm going to be careless about it. And about the crime, I'm going to be aggressive. That's not right. Let's manipulate, I guess, the first one. There are no shades of gray to crime, only guilt or innocence. They love that. This individual spat in the face of Themis and the people. Justice will not accept such insults. They loved it. Chop, chop. No time to waste. Yeah, chop, chop. Off with your head. I hate to say it. I hate to laugh at that, but everyone loves it. Reputation is maxed out. Yet again, the sharks feast on small fish. France, know that I am innocent. I believe you, sir, but you know what? There's nothing I can do about it at the time. Let's go home. Alright, give me one moment. I'm going to mute you for just a second. Alright. Thank you for waiting. So, I don't remember what our stats were. Everyone loves me now, I think, because I chopped that guy's head off, except for the aristocrats. There's nothing I can do about them. Can I get my boy Bernard to like me a little more? We could go out. We could go to the cafe. My wife wouldn't like it, but do I need an influence on... Do I need my reputation to be better? I don't know. Let's go to the cafe. You gather the fidel men and attend a political debate at the one and only Café Procope. It's probably not how you pronounce that. I don't know. Hopefully, this time, there will not be any fistfights. Hey, you loved it. You didn't love it. You didn't hate it. But you didn't like it either. Alright, what's going on? Okay, we knocked out both of those guys. Good. And now, unfortunately, we're locked in. Oh, you're wounded, so I need to back you out. And, what happened here? Our guy was captured by the rebels or whatever. Do not afford to perform this. Exit. Yeah, let's commit the persuasion here. Alright. Arresting this man was simply a misunderstanding. The man you arrested is working for me. Imprisoning him is a crime against the revolution. If they're withdrawn, let's be aggressive about it. If they're attached, let's be humble about it. Let's manipulate them. And let's say humility here as well. These are not the right way to go. Okay, let's manipulate. Manipulate. Aggressive. Aggressive? I don't know. Like, we've done this so many times that I can't believe I've forgotten how it goes, but I'm sorry, my man may be in trouble here. You have the wrong man. Thank goodness you did not hurt him. The consequences would be dire. Such a misunderstanding. Alright, let's be manipulated again. You have caught a covert agent of the Revolutionary Tribunal. Let's be aggressive. Your actions reek of treason. Think twice before you decide to stand against me. Oh, they love it. They love it. Busy yourself with seeking out real traitors and be extremely careful not to pester any more of my agents. If you fail to do so, we will have to go over our little talk again. They love it. They're satisfied. And to think we almost lynched our brother. It's good that you came along. Alright, let's go. You can thank me later, Rummel. So, what can you do? Lure enemy agents or increase your influence? I'm going to increase my influence over this district. I need to win this district back. Let's go to the intrigue. I'll let you guys just fight it out. So what happened here? So far, Desmoulins was not involved in the crusade against Robespierre. When people started whispering that he must be a coward, he decided to prove them wrong and announced his willingness to help eliminate the incorruptible. His Le Vieux Cordelier is a perfect place to publish an article claiming that Robespierre wants to bring the army. Yeah, we talked about that. We should also use the rumors about political prisoners being maltreated, tortured, and sexually harassed. This should fit well with Cabot and Bazar being arrested and stimulate the imagination of the common folk. You don't have anything for me? Like, why was it struck through then? I think we've read this before. Arresting the Herbertists in Danton and Henriot's betrayal. Herbert and some of his closest colleagues were arrested at noon. The same thing happened at Danton, who had long been a thorn in the side of Robespierre. They were accused of a number of crimes, and tomorrow their trials shall begin. The arrests are proving that Henriot betrayed us. He reached an agreement with Robespierre and chose the side that benefits him the most. Oh, Henriot, how could you have done this to us? Danton and Herbert are your allies, but you will not be able to save them both. You must choose which one to try to save. The other will most likely be tried by another judge and quickly sent to the guillotine. He will feel betrayed. Remember that what one can view as betrayal among allies, another will call climbing the social ladder something normal. Something normal. Whatever. Do we want to save Danton? Tomorrow we would try Danton. Tomorrow you would try Herbert. I don't remember who Herbert is, honestly. Can I back up? Can I close this? Can I see the hierarchy? Herbert, a politician and journalist. He dubbed himself the representative of the sans-culottes and the voice of the people. He wins their hearts with La Père du Chien, a newspaper that he publishes, which is famous for its coarse language and messages suitable for the lowest social classes. He specializes in harassing defiant clergymen. For a tribune of the plebs, he dresses in a surprisingly sumptuous fashion. Or there's Danton. I mean, I think we have more of a background with Danton, honestly. So, if I can scroll and keep scrolling. You must choose which one to try and save. I will try to save Danton. Close me out here. And end the day. Act 2, Égalité, day 12. And there's Danton. The common folk want him dead. The aristocrats want him dead. The revolutionaries love him. But I'm honestly thinking I'm going to call this a short episode. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. But I think I will. Maybe I'll try to make it up to you next time with a little longer of an episode. But right now my back is absolutely killing me, and sitting in this chair is maybe not doing so good for my back. So I'm going to call it quits here. So thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.